Okay? That's when they first brewed it. But then I had an interview with a guy on a radio show, and we had a good time, Hispanic brother. And when I went back up there for the 50th reunion, not reunion, 50th anniversary, the young man said, "You changed my partner's life," which was his business partner, a young guy in his 20s. And I said, "How so?" He said, "You started talking about purpose. And every moment of your life has to be about purpose. You got to handle, you talk about responsibility as a man. We stopped talking about beer, we're talking about these things, right?" He said, "This young man wakes up every day about purpose. He has totally changed his life." And then he went on to say, "Not only that, you changed my life." Man, I said, "How did I change your life?" He said, "When you're talking about sons and what we have to pour into them, and how we not to try to make them into little us, but make them into the best them that they can be." He said, "That changed my life, because I realized the mistake I was making with my son was I was trying to change him into my version of me. And when I started changing him into the best version of him, everything changed. Our relationship changed." He said, "Brother, I love you because." So those things right there is having an impact beyond just beer. It's just a conversation. And the conversation went beyond beer, and we've gotten into some things that I know about by my story. And I was able to share it. And it shows that we, more than unlike, we're alike. It's just in this country, it's been formed under, I just be real about it, it's been formed under guise of hate and suppression that we as a people are going to have to deal with if we're going to make it better. We can't hide from it. We can't blame the other one. We can't say, well, it really didn't happen. It's not happening, because if you live long enough, which I have, you see these things reoccur because we never really deal with it. Yeah. And that's what you saw with the riots and the insurrection. That was the same hate coming back up that's never been dealt with. So that's why I'm writing this book. Because even if you don't come from we're all this culture, but you may not be black, but if you read it, you'll understand. And then once you understand, if you deal with it, that's all it takes. If we deal with our differences or the things that we have done in the past and make restitution and say, hey, you know what? The word of God says, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray. And then it says, and turn from their wicked ways, meaning you're making a turn to something different, turning back to his way. Then I will hear your prayers. Then I will heal your land. Our land needs healing, but it's going to take us turning.